Hi, I'm Jane, and I was asked to share my son's concussion to college story. So basically, in eighth grade football, he had some concussions over the course of workouts and practice. But one game night on an October evening, he had a hard hit. He literally S curved off the field, and the coach said he had his bell rung. Well, we rushed him to Dell Children's only to find out he actually had a traumatic brain injury, unable to feed himself, walk, talk. He mumbled for a few days. He was in a dark room for 6 weeks. He ended up a year later, he rehabilitated, half days back to school, migraines, all the concussion symptoms, sensitive to sound and light. I don't know if you've had anyone with a head injury, but it's quite a journey back. But he came along slowly and surely. However, he ended up with a what's called post-concussive syndrome, and that actually left him. And his vestibular was shifted. His midline vestibular was shifted, so he was very off balance, very nauseous, very dizzy. Stairs going down was so challenging and hard for him. And then he was on a slew of meds. With post-concussive syndrome, he ended up acutely depressed, full of anxiety, paranoia, nauseous, dizzy, still had horrible migraines, debilitating, like for days. He had a migraine med. He had 5 meds, antidepressant, anti-anxiety, and he was seeing therapists and his medical doctor, his naturopathic doctor, his chiropractor. He had therapy for rehabilitative motion, his motor skills, which were delayed, and he wasn't able to skateboard anymore. I mean, just walking in the halls would make him dizzy at school. Learning, such a challenge for somebody who had just been a gifted learner, had it, he worked hard, but he had always done so well. He lost 40 pounds. He ended up with autoimmune disease, and we really weren't sure why or where that came from. His white blood cells were so low that he was actually in the ER many times. His gallbladder was shutting down. So then he gets diagnosed with autoimmune disease, leaky gut, Hashimoto, and he was put on more meds, something to help the spasms in his kidneys to not hurt. Nothing was working. He was in chronic doubled over pain every morning. He was just miserable. It broke my heart. I didn't know how to help him. I didn't know what to do. I was doing all the meds. We went gluten-free. We went dairy-free. We did everything that people recommended. We were just trying to do anything to help our son. Fast forward, let's see, 2 years ago, I reached out to my friend who told me about whole food nutrition. She's a chiropractor in the Dallas area. And I didn't understand what that meant. To me, eating whole food is eating the whole pizza, right? I mean, we always ate veggies. We always ate fruit. But what I didn't know is giving our body a variety of 30 fruit, veggies, and berries, 10 servings every day would make such a big difference. We added that to our routine and our regimen. I kept going to the doctor visits. Slowly, there was a reboot in that, and he was able to come off of one med at a time. Withdrawal was horrible. And then slowly and surely, he was getting some energy back and some hope back. Less pain, and it just took time. It took consistency. It took eating really clean and flooding his body with nutrition, natural, whole food. And we also had to put him on an omega. The doctor taught us that our body doesn't produce omegas, and that he would always need that just because of his brain. So we did do omegas as well. And then we just continued on this battle. Well, in 6 months after adding our product of Juice Plus, which is the whole food fruit and veggies powdered in a capsule or two, which, wow, what a game changer. It literally changed his blood inside his body. They say you are what you eat, and that you're a live person, and so you need live enzymes. Live enzymes come from live food. So like a raw apple and not a cooked apple. So if you bury a green bean that's been cooked, it's not going to grow because the nutrition has been killed. The enzymes have been killed. And so his leaky gut and his intestinal issues and everything, it turns out, were stemmed from the fact that his microbiome was shut down from all the meds. He was just toxic. He was over toxified from the chemicals and the toxins, and this food rebooted his system. Your body is a self-healing machine. When it's fueled with the proper nutrition, you are what you eat. So he literally created, what you eat becomes your blood and your organs and your organ systems. Well, he created new blood off of this food that he was ingesting, and his autoimmune disease was gone. His hemoglobin A went from 2.0 up to 7.2, 7 being normal range. He was now off of all meds. Fast forward, we've been on this product 2 years. He is in college. He graduated high school a year early. He's happy. His mood is joyful and content and back to the boy that he was. He is doing great in school. He actually he did skip a year in school, and he got his A's and graduated right in line with where he would have pre-injury. His recall is excellent. He's doing beautifully in college. His grades, his mood, you know what's so awesome? He has a future again. Our son has a future. The boy who had given up hope, who was tired of pain, who I didn't know how to help, has a future. And as a mom, that's all I could ever want. I don't have initials after my name. I'm an educator. I'm a 5th grade school teacher. And I know that we're supposed to eat boxes of kale and beets and lettuce and all the good things for you. I don't have time. And this gave our bodies, all of us, incredible nutrition. I had no idea what nutrition could do. I had no idea. I've heard it. The FDA, I teach it to students. Oh, eat your fruit and veggies. They're good for you. I mean, we're supposed to do the whole plate, color your plate. We're supposed to do 10 servings every day. We don't. There's a chronic healthcare crisis in America. And you know what? Our brains are starved. I saw that with my kid. His brain was starved because his gut was inundated with chemicals, and he couldn't process and absorb nutrition. He lost 40 pounds in that journey, and now he's put it back on. He's flourishing. He's doing great. And all we did was add fruit and veggies. Socrates says, let fruit and vegetables be thy medicine. We've known it all along, but now we have an easy button on how to do it, what to do. It was priceless for me and my family. I would have stood on one leg all night if that would have helped my kid. I would have done anything to help my son. What mom wouldn't, right? And so I just feel it's my purpose and my responsibility to share with you what good nutrition can do in your body. And everyone's different. Every journey is different. But what's incredible are all of the stories of hope and healing that actually have impacted all the lives around me in this community, where I continue to learn, I continue to grow, and I continue to educate. And so thank you for your time. Thank you for watching this. I hope that you can find a way to add nutrition into your body. Eat it. If you can sit down and eat boxes of kale and beets and all those good things, then great, go for it. I couldn't, we chose not to. I mean, we can eat it. I can make my kids eat it. They juice it for me now. And it does have the fiber. It's the next best thing to fruit and veggies. Go back to the basics, see what it does for your life. And thank you for your time. Bye.